Hey guys, Diana from Really Do It Yourself here. Today we're going to be doing last minute holiday crafts. We're going to do two versions of Rudolph. We're going to do one with a clay pot and one a Pom Pom Rudolph. And we're also going to be making these adorable ornament hats. Okay? They're very, very easy. The first thing that we're going to start with is our clay pot. So you're going to need any clay pot, terracotta clay pot. You can find this at Home Depot or any craft store. And what we're going to do is we're going to use brown paint. So you can any brush. Any brown paint here. I have acrylic store brand acrylic paint, and what I'm going to do is I already did the other side, but just to show you, you could just dab a little bit of paint, and you want to go 2 times over this just so that it's nice and covered. See how quick and easy? So give it about 10-15 minutes before you put your second coat on. So I'm just going to leave it like this because, like I said, I already did the other side. It's just so that we can be nice and quick. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side, and now I'm going to tell you what else we're going to need. So we're going to need for this Rudolph pom-poms. We're going to need red pom-poms for his nose, and I have here 1-inch pom-poms. Okay, so red pom-poms. And we're also going to need wiggle eyes. So I have these big giant wiggle eyes as you see here. Okay, they come in a little pack like this, and these are 15 millimeters. We're also going to need some pipe cleaners, and they come in a bag like this. I bought a multicolored bag. This is what his antlers are made from. So pipe cleaners, we're going to need brown pipe cleaners. Let me just take them out for everything else that we're going to do. So there we have it. And now that's it. The fun part begins. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to take one pipe cleaner, and we're going to divide it in half. So you're going to need a pair of scissors. Okay, you're going to cut it in half. And what we're going to do to this one, since we need 2 antlers, is the same thing, okay? Fold it, cut it in half. You're going to take one of those halves, and you're going to go maybe about 3/4 of the way, not in the middle, but just 3/4 of the way on the top. So basically you're just using 1/4, I'm sorry. And you're going to wrap it around. You're going to do the same thing with the other antler. Wrap it around on the top quarter. Okay, and now you have the 2 antlers. So now with your glue gun, you're going to take, which I have ready right here, you're going to take your 2 eyes, and you're going to take a pom-pom for the nose. Okay, and I'm using the side that I already made here that's nice and dry. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing we did here. We're going to just put a little dab of glue. One eye, another dab of glue, that's for the second eye, and then right here you're going to put the pom-pom. Okay, now for the kids, please don't use the hot glue. You can use regular glue. It's just going to take a little time. You have to hold it in place. If not, just have your parent glue the features for you. Okay, then what we're going to do here with the antlers, I like to put my antlers right in the center hole there. So what you want to do is put a little bit of glue right on the edge here and just touch it there. Be careful because, like I said, it's very hot. Once it's there for a second or so, you can just pinch it down. There we are. And the same thing to the other side. So hold it there for a little bit, and then you're going to pinch the antler down and to the side. See, wasn't that so simple, so easy? Okay, so we're going to put this one to the side, and now we're going to move on to the pom-pom one. We're going to need, and I'm not going to go through the whole process. I've already made several videos on making the pom-pom, so I'll put the link below. But basically what I did was I made a pom-pom using 3 fingers, and the way you start would be like this, and you go around maybe about 115 times. So you're going to need brown yarn. You're going to need 1 pom-pom, so a medium-sized pom-pom with 3 fingers, which I already have here. Okay, and now I'm just going to go and just trim it just a little bit. So basically what you want to do is trim off and make it nice and round. Okay, so you spend some time there. I could spend forever, but let's just move forward. So basically, like I said, you want to make it nice and round, like this one here. He's nice and round. Okay, so then now what we're going to do is you're going to need the same exact things you needed for this Rudolph. You're going to need 2 wiggle eyes. You're going to need 1 of the red pom-poms, and you're going to need the antlers. So I made the antlers before, but just in case you missed it, you're going to take it. You're going to cut one in half. cut that same one in half. So then you're going to end up with 4 pieces this size. You're going to take one, you're going to put it about 1/4 of an inch up on the top of it, and you're going to twist it just to make the antlers. So here we have the 2 antlers, okay? Again, like I said before, I'm using hot glue. For the children, you can use regular Elmer's glue, craft glue. Parents, please, if your child does not want to use glue, make sure that you use the hot glue gun. It's very, very hot, trust me. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to put a little dab for the eyes. So 2 little dabs. See how hot that is? I don't know if you can see the steam, but it's steamy. And then what we're going to do is glue the eye there. Glue the other eye there. Okay. And don't worry about if there's any glue that's outside, like this piece here, you just cut it off. The beauty of pom-poms is that you can continue to cut. Now we're going to do the same thing here. Let me put the glue on the pom-pom so we don't have that problem. Okay, and then we're going to put it right here. And now what we're going to do is you're just going to put a little bit of glue on the antler and just stick it into the pom-pom. And you got to hold it in place so that the yarn attaches to the glue. The same thing on the other side. Tell me that was not one of the simplest crafts you've ever seen. So there we are, and he comes out just adorable. So there you are. Like I said, this is a better version of him. So this one needs a little time. I will go right back and just trim him a little bit more. And then once you're done, you can trim this excess yarn. I leave it there because I hold the pom-pom there while I trim off the excess, okay? So now let's move him here to the side. He'll stay here for now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our little ornament hats, yarn hats. Now for this, you're going to need any type of yarn. So if you have scrap yarn at home, those are perfect. You're going to need a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll. What we're going to do is we'll first start here. You're going to need to cut about 3/4 of an inch. So you really don't have to measure it. I squeeze it like this, and then I just cut a piece off. Okay, so that's what we need. And also I like to make mine with 10 inches of yarn. You can make them anywhere from 10 inches to 14 inches. I make mine with 10 inches so I don't have that much excess to cut off for the little pom-pom on the top. So what I did was I took a piece of cardboard. Oh, I had it backwards. I took a piece of cardboard, 10 inches. Okay, see, I labeled it 10 inches so that way it's easier for me to cut my yarn. And I'm just going to show you here with some white yarn so you understand what I'm doing. You're going to need anywhere from 25 strands to 35 strands. So what I suggest you do is just cut them in advance. So you're going to go around this board, and you're going to go around the board a lot of times so that you get that 25 to 35. So I'm just showing you just so that you're aware of how I do it. So here I have it. I'm going to cut it here. Then you cut it here. Okay. Take away your board, and right on the top you cut it. Now you have equal strands. Okay. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to start here. I'm going to show you how we start off the hats. So now you have your roll, okay, your little piece. This is a 3/4 inch. What we're going to do is we're going to fold our yarn in half, okay? And the way that I like to do it so that I don't forget which direction I need to go, I put this loop coming through the inside, so like this, okay? And now what you want to do is you want to take this end and put it right through that loop, okay? So I'll do a few for you. Again, fold it in half. Put it in through the loop like this, in through the roll, and bring it up this way. Oh, I just did that one backwards. You want to make sure it's in the same direction as the yarn. So where the yarn end is, that's where you have to put your loop. I apologize. I got a little excited there. So again, you see that the yarn ends are here. So you want to make sure that the loop that you're creating here with this yarn goes inside the same direction. Okay, so that your ends all meet at the same place here. So I'll do this last one here. Then I have one that's already almost finished. And here we go again. So you see it here. You're going to put the ends this way. This is a nice fun project for the kids. This is a nice fun project for you guys, the adults. I've done a bunch of them. As you see, I have them here. The snowmen have them. So this is what it's going to look like, okay? So you're going to fill the entire piece with these little bits of yarn like this. And the ends, that's what we're going to tie to make the little hat later. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this one here that I've already started. I'm almost done with, okay? And you could do them in any pattern you like I've done here with the red, white, and green. I did this one the same thing but a little bit different. I have this one that's red, and I have a few here that I've done before as well, red and white, candy cane one. I did this one. This could be like a favor for a baby shower. You can make them, or you can have the kids make them at a party. And then I made this one in green and a lime green. You can make them in football team colors, baseball team colors. The sky's the limit with the amount of things you can do with them. So here I'm going to finish this one here. Now remember where the strands are, that's where the loop has to go. Okay. And then I'm going to show you how to finish it off. Okay, so now what I like to do is, you can arrange them, make sure they're nice, everything is nice and tight in there. What I do is I hold it here and I pull, make sure they're taut. Okay, so once you do that, because now what we have to do is we have to take those ends, you're going to twist them a little bit and push them in through the roll. That's what's really going to form the hat. Okay, I have a little strand of glue stuck to my nail. Okay, so there we are. Then we're going to take an extra piece of yarn. So now let me get a 10-inch piece of yarn here. This one's actually a little bigger, it's okay. And what you want to do is you're going to lay your hat. Let me lay it here so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to lay your hat, and you're going to go maybe about 3/4 of the way from the brim of the hat to 1 inch, and you're just going to squeeze that nice and tight. Yes, okay. You're going to do a double knot. And then what I like to do is I like to use the same piece of yarn, and I like to make a top on, a knot on the top, and this is where you're going to hang it from if you're going to make it as a little ornament. If you're not going to make it as an ornament, then you could just trim this when you do the pom-pom. See here? Now what I like to do also is, so that this doesn't look so flat, you see how it looks flat? You're going to take a piece of tissue paper, okay, and you're going to ball it up and stuff it into your hat. That way, you see here, it keeps its shape really, really nice. Now, the same thing as my pom-poms, you're going to take and you're going to form this into a small pom-pom. What I like to do is I like to squeeze it here and cut it almost like if you're doing half a circle. So make sure you follow it like if you were doing half a circle. And that makes the pom-pom the way that it should be. Again, you can just squeeze and cut in that half a circle. And there we are. We made a beautiful, this one's a Christmas hat, okay? This one's a nice little candy cane hat. So I hope you enjoyed all these quick crafts. I hope you make some for the holidays. And also, I wanted to say, I'm going to have some free printable coloring pages on Spike Lee's World, okay? Those are my characters. So they will be up on Christmas Day, December 25th. SpikeLeensWorld.com. Okay, so for the kids, just get them some crayons, some colored pencils, and let them go at it. I hope you liked the video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to wish you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, a happy, prosperous New Year. I'll see you again next year. See you soon.